seated. All right, we're here today for docket number 2018-40-1010. This is the case of Jamie Steele versus Billy Steele. And this is for an order of protection. Are you Miss Steele?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Steele?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm just going to ask you both to stand up and raise your right hands. And I'm going to swear you in, and then in a few minutes we're going to give some testimony. Do you promise, or do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you may be seated. The way this goes is I'm going to start with Ms. Steele. She's going to give testimony, and then if you have any questions for her or her witnesses, you can ask those questions. And then after she's done presenting her case, if you'd like to testify, you can do so at that time, sir. Ms. Steele, you filed for an order of protection. Can you tell me why you need one?
Well, a couple of weeks ago, we came home from a wedding and Billy was drunk and accusing me of stuff. He first threw a lamp against the wall, then he picked me up and took me to our bedroom. He sat on top of me on the bed and put his hands around my neck and squeezed really hard. The baby started crying and I was able to get up and use that to run to the neighbor's house to call the police. I think I need an order of protection to keep him away from me. I'm afraid that could happen again, or worse.
Okay, Ms. Steele, if I can get you to stand up anytime you talk to me, anytime anybody talks to the judge, we like for the parties to stand up. So were there any charges filed?
Yes, I believe he has a pending DV second charge.
Mr. Steele, is that correct? Do you have a pending charge?
Yeah, but it's not even true. I plan to fight it.
Okay. Thank you, sir. You'll get a chance to tell your side in just a few minutes, and you'll be able to ask her questions, okay?
Okay.
Ms. Steele, would you please tell me anything else you need to tell me?
I had bruises around my neck from Billy's hands. I actually have pictures of them here.
Okay. Why don't you give a copy, or show Mr. Steele a copy of those pictures?
Oh,
first,
sorry. Okay,
before
I
you bring
forget.
them up here. Thank you.
I'm also asking for custody of our two kids. They are 3 and 6 months old. I've always been the one who takes care of them while Billy works. I also need to stay in the house and need some child support.
Okay, is that everything you want to tell me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Steele, do you have any questions for Ms. Steele?
Yes, I do. Thank you. Do I need to stand or?
Yes, sir, please stand when you're speaking.
So, isn't it true that you were drunk that night?
I had a couple of glasses of wine at the wedding, but I still remember exactly what happened.
Yeah, but isn't it true that you were hitting on that guy who's still friends with your cousin?
No, it's not true, but you tend to accuse me of things like that when you were drunk.
Is that all your questions for Ms. Steele? Mr.
Yes,
Steele?
Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have any other witnesses here today?
Yes, it's my neighbor.
Okay. And what's her name?
Maria Sanchez.
Okay, come on forward, Ms. Sanchez. You would place your right hand, or I'm sorry, place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and you can walk around and have a seat. And if you'll state your name for the record.
My name is Maria Sanchez.
Okay, and can you tell us what happened?
Well, I'm a neighbor to the Steeles, and on the night that Jamie is talking about, I remember hearing the doorbell ring, and then like frantic knocking, someone yelling like, "Help, let me in." So I opened the door, and Jamie was crying and sort of like gasping for air like someone does, you know, when they're really upset. She told me what had happened, and so I called the police. Then the officer came and he asked me if he could talk to Jamie in my house to keep her away from Billy. And I said, sure. And after that, after they talked, they left.
Okay, is there anything else you want to tell me?
I don't think so.
Okay. Do you have any questions for your witness?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Steele, do you have any questions for this witness?
Yes, thank you. Isn't it true that we've gotten along well as neighbors in the past?
Yes, that's true.
So wasn't Jamie drunk when she came over?
Well, I mean, I can't say for sure, but I certainly didn't notice her acting drunk or smelling like alcohol or anything like that.
Is that all your questions for her, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may step down. Thank you. Do you have any other witnesses, Ms. Steele?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Steele, this is the time now that you have the opportunity to testify, and you have the right to call other witnesses, but since you have pending criminal charges, you may want to discuss whether it's wise for you to testify with an attorney. Having said that, do you want to testify or not?
I just want to say she's lying. All right, we had an argument, and I think she's making this up so that she can leave me. And I think that she and her sister made up those photos because I don't think those are real either.
Okay, Ms. Steele, can you tell me how you got these photos?
Sure. My sister took them with her phone. Then we looked through her phone together. I saw her email them to Walgreens. Then I picked them up and brought them here.
Mr. Steele, anything else?
Look, I don't even think I should be having to pay child support. You know, I always take care of my kids, and that's not going to stop. That's nothing new.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that you take care of your children. Ms. Steele, do you have any questions for Mr. Steele at this point?
Yes, Your Honor. Billy, this isn't the first time that you have put your hand on me, is it?
I never put my hands on you.
Based on the evidence presented to me today, including the testimony of the witnesses and the photographs, I do find that Ms. Steele's testimony is credible and that she has met the burden of proof required for me to grant this order of protection. So I'm also going to grant her custody of the children, as well as temporary possession of the home and child support. So I'm going to set child support based on the South Carolina guidelines, and you should pay $650 per month beginning on the first of the month, next month. And this order of protection will be in effect for 6 months, and during that time, one or both of you will need to go ahead and find an attorney and file another proceeding in this court. Because like I said, this order of protection will expire within 6 months. And what I'm going to do, Mr. Steele, is I'm going to ask you to exit the courtroom first. And if you'll go to your right and wait outside, we will have a copy of the order brought to you. And then Ms. Steele, after he leaves, I'm going to have you exit to the left with your victim's advocate, and you can wait outside with her. Do either parties have any questions at this point?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you very much, and good luck to both of you, okay?
Thank